Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. We're here with our official not podcast for Queen City on another Monday night. We have a few people backstage, but we're going to start off the show with me and Mr. Coco Blaine himself. Sorry, I'll apologize in advance if I sound a little nasally or I start coughing. I am a little under the weather. But Blaine, thanks for being here, buddy.
Dude, thank you for having me. Very excited. You always know the new season. Dude, so pumped up. Seeing event one, getting ready for South event one, West event one this weekend. It's going to be huge, man.
Yeah, so we're a little confused on this weekend. We're talking about South Carolina fishing. We have the South Carolina director on. We have another South Carolina director on, but it's opening weekend for the West. So it's a little backwards, but it's fun. And this is actually going to be your first event to direct for us because I'm going to be on the water fishing. So I hope you're excited about that. And I know the anglers will be excited to know you're behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, man. Pumped up. Slinging judgment. Y'all be ready.
Slinging open mouth penalties, I'm sure. So we're going to start off tonight with Mrs. Charlotte Waters. She is our contact at Visit Oconee. So she's here and she's super busy, but we brought her in for a few minutes to chit-chat with us. And I just want to say thank you for having us and thank you for bringing us into town.
Hey, guys. Thank you for letting me come and speak for a second. I am with Visit Oconee, and we are excited to host this event on Saturday. I'm hoping for some warmer weather. So we've been really lucky lately with the warm weather. If you hadn't been to Oconee County, we are known for our waterfalls, rivers, and lakes. We're actually almost an island. We like a few miles of being an island in Oconee County. We are surrounded. I know you like the bass fishing and the kayaking, but we also have fly fishing at the Chattooga River. If you ever get an opportunity to come back with your family, it's great for hiking to our many waterfalls, whitewater rafting, and many outdoor activities for anyone that enjoys being outdoors.
Awesome. Well, I spend a lot of time there in the summers. I camp up by Joe Cassie. My dad owns some land down by Keowee, so definitely one of my favorite parts of the state, and I'm excited to host our first event down there.
Yes, I look forward to meeting everyone, and let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you Saturday.
Will you be there Saturday?
I have planned on it.
Cool. That would be awesome.
Exciting.
For the dinner.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for working with us this season. Hope everything goes well, and maybe we'll see you next year too.
Sounds good. Thanks. Y'all have a
good
night. Thank you. Have a good one.
So I'll touch back on what we said earlier. This is the opening to the Western Division, but we are in South Carolina, going to Oconee County. Blaine is going to work this extra event this weekend for the Western Division, even though he's been brought on as the Southern director. This was in the original plans, Blaine. I think you and I spoke about a joint event between the West and the South, and part of my reasoning there was one less Saturday we had to gobble up on the. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I'm in and out.
It seems like you, but I've got no way of knowing.
No, I think it is me. So I'm in the room with the router, but that's what happens. So let me see if I can mess with it. Technical difficulties. All right, are we good now? No, now
Sound
he's going
clear.
in and out.
I'm good.
All right, I think we're good. I don't know. If it happens again, I might have to back out and start it over.
10-4.
Are you there, Blaine?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. So this was going to be a joint event between the West and the South, but trying not to gobble up another Saturday, we decided to throw it into the Western Division, and here we are. So I got a few people with me back here backstage. For those of you who are not really paying attention much, we are joining forces with the South Carolina Bass Nation Kayak Series this season. You guys know I directed North Carolina. Well, we're working here with Mr. Brent Still with South Carolina, and we are co-hosting, double dipping, whatever you want to use to word it.
Where'd you go?
I don't know what's going on. Hang on 1 second. Let's get a 20-second timeout, everybody. I can't get any closer to my router, so I don't know how it could be me, but it is me. It says it's me. I'm going to try to switch over real quick. Let's see if this works. So, Brent, can you hear me right now?
I can hear you clear as day. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. All right, cool. So let's tell us a little bit about what you guys got going on over at South Carolina Bass Nation.
We got an opportunity for everybody to just fish and get an opportunity to go to the Classic towards the end of the year. I mean, all anybody has to do is pay $15 to join Bass on bass.com, and then jump on Tourney, get your $50 membership for the Bass Nation and South Carolina. I mean, we hold the ticket to get you to the Classic.
Awesome. And do you have any idea about how many guys you'll be sending this year?
My understanding is talking with Zach. I helped run it with Zach. I'm basically Blaine in your case.
Yeah.
But it all depends on the numbers we get this year, which this is growth year. We're already seeing growth. So it could be anywhere from 5 to 10. Who knows by the end of the year.
Awesome. So, we're looking forward to helping you guys grow. I think we have 3 events together, kind of 2 definitely together, and then 1 on Greenwood during our multi-lake event. You guys are using
Correct.
Greenwood as your event. So like 2.5 together. So hopefully we can push some guys your way. I know personally I'm going to take a shot at your series this year. I qualified last year on 1 event, but this year I'm going to try to make all 5. Our rules pretty much work together, minus, of course, the motor thing. But I think if guys are willing to use their paddles and pedals, then they'll be able to fish both.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the only difference in rules are our rules are basically the same. The only difference is we're fish and we allow motors.
Yep. So two easier things to overcome if guys are wanting to and willing to. So hopefully we see a lot of overlap between both events on Saturday. Will you be in the building Saturday, Brent?
I will not be in the building on Saturday. I will be on a cruise headed to Mexico.
Hey, can I do that and you come fish Keowee in the cold?
You can come jump in the luggage box.
Nice, man. Well, is there anything else you want to say? Anybody you want to thank?
I mean, I want to thank y'all for coming and joining us, and look forward to a good year. I mean, look forward to double dipping with all y'all and getting to meet every one of you.
Yeah, man, for sure. Give a quick breakdown of the fees this weekend. If they want to jump in your side of it, what's the all-in amount to cover all their nation fees, their federation fees, everything?
It'll be 65 plus. I mean, 65 for the Bass Nation South Carolina, 15 to join Bass itself, and then the standard entry fee. I mean, it's fairly simple. It sounds like a lot, but in terms, if you think about it, you qualify for a shot by earning your shot to the Classic.
Good deal. So we'll keep pushing it, and hopefully we see 50 guys on each side. I think that's the overall goal here, right?
Absolutely.
Cool, man.
The more people, the more people we can send.
I like it. And you guys got some sweet trophies from Catch Products, similar to
absolutely
what we've seen around the country. So looking good. I hope maybe I can snatch one of those this year. We'll see what happens.
If I don't snatch one from you myself.
No, you won't get in Mexico getting a tan.
Hey, I'll take my drop. I'll come back in the end.
There it is. Well, thanks for coming on and chit-chatting with us tonight, and I hope you have a good evening.
You do the same.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
All right, Blaine. So looks like we're starting off with a nice double dip down on Keowee in South Carolina. And is this a lake you fished pretty often? I know you're from that area.
I grew up in Columbia, but I went to Clemson, and whenever I was in Clemson, I actually had a summer job as a marine mechanic for a couple of years down on Keowee. Fished it almost every day. All I got to say is I've got a dude on Facebook that I used to be friends with up there. He caught a 10-pounder last weekend in a tournament on Keowee, which a Keowee 10-pounder is a dinosaur, but it's possible.
So Keowee's been showing out based on a little bit of reports I've heard. I've actually had to tell people to stop talking to me because I'll be out there fishing this week. And a lot of guys think I know the lake. I really don't know the lake. I fished it with Ezzy numerous times, but it's always July and August, and we're just literally off a campsite in the back of a cove. So I really don't know the lake at all. I know it can be compared to Lake Norman, clear water, deeper, spotted bass, probably more spotted than largemouth.
99% spotted.
I do know there is one angler who's been hanging around the Queen City pages here as of late, and I'm pretty sure he knows the lake pretty well. So we got Mr. Bennett Nall here tonight. We spoke a little bit to Bennett at Lake Norman. He cut a check, and he's one of the young guys coming up and taking some QC money. So it's good to see Bennett here tonight. And Bennett, welcome to the show, and tell us how you're doing, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Keewee's fishing really good. Numbers and quality. There's even a tournament Saturday. I think 23 pounds or 24 is what it took to win it.
Wow.
With a 7-pound largemouth and a 5.8 pound spot.
Oh wow.
So there's some big fish eating right now.
Wow. So you could say I put it there at a good time.
I think the timing is perfect. Yeah, it doesn't fish any better than this.
That's awesome. You always get nervous as a director when you plan a February tournament because you just never know. You look back at Norman 2 weeks ago when it was 29 degrees when you guys took off, but the bite ended up really good, and I think it's going to be chilly again Saturday morning. I think like high 30s, but it should be getting up closer to 60, and I think those fish are really going to turn on, just based on what I know about spots and cold water.
Yep. Yeah, Keewee's fishing are really good. A lot of numbers, a lot of quality. There's fish shallow, there's fish deep, and whatever you want to, you can fish your strong suit on that lake. They're eating. So.
Well, that's good to know because I think a lot of guys who might not have anything going on this weekend are a little scared to make the trip down into some mountain water and fish some unknown stuff. What's the water clarity like right now?
It'll depend where you go, but for the most part, anywhere from 8 to 12 foot.
8 to 12 foot visibility, huh?
Oh, it's clear. Yeah,
crystal clear.
People.
Yeah,
when we fish it in the summer, you can usually see. So they'll bed in June, July, in the pocket off of the campground we used to stay at, and you would see beds in like 10, 15 foot of water, and it looks like they're right there, and they're nowhere near there. So it's gonna be interesting. 8 to 12 foot. Our guys here are not really used to that. Norman's pretty clear, but that's a big number, I think. So this will be interesting. Bennett, what's your plans for the year with Queen City?
My plan is to fish. I think there's 8 of the main trail events. I plan to fish, and then all 4 of the south events, and then 3 of the west events. So hopefully I'll make it to the TOC one of the 3 ways.
I literally was telling people as soon as Palmetto State ended, we made the decision. I made the decision to come and help Vinny out with all this. I was like, dude, if this kid comes over to Queen City like I think he's going to do, he's going to be a problem. I mean, there's people are going to get pretty bent. We're going to be ready. He's going to be taking some people's money.
So Bennett, how old are you for the people who are watching?
So I just turned 19 last month.
And I imagine you go to school?
Yep, I'm in college right now with a full-time job.
Where do you go to school?
I'm at Tri-County, and I'm bridging to Clemson next year.
There you go.
Clemson.
Did they make you live in High Point?
No, actually, I live close enough to campus that I don't need to live. Yeah, I can stay home.
Yeah, that's where I lived. So I was part of that bridge gang, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's awesome that you just threw out, I think it was 14 or 15 out of the 18 events that we're putting on this year. And that's a huge commitment. And I would say, based on your talent and your skill level, that if you fish that many events, you're going to find your way into that TOC one way or the other. I think we know you'll be a problem on these deeper clear water bodies. How do you usually fare on a lake like Santee? Shallow, usually this year?
I have absolutely no idea. I've never been to Santee, and my fingers are crossed, but I like bed fishing. So maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't.
I try to stay as far away from the
dark water, man. Dark water.
Yeah, I don't know
what about all the other the other main trail events? Do you have any history there, or you're so young? I can't imagine you've been all over the Carolinas.
No, so I've got some history on Murray. I'm trying to think. I've got some history on Greenwood, Hartwell. I've got history, but a lot of these lakes in North Carolina, like Norman, that's my first time fishing Norman.
Did you pre-fish?
I had 2 days. Yeah.
So you stayed up here?
No, I just drove up.
Okay. And what'd you end up? What place?
12th.
So, yeah, I was going to say 13th. Okay, 12th. That's awesome. Hey, dude,
Yep.
12th place, 131 absolute Carolina Hammers. You should be very proud of that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Very proud of that. So, but yeah, man, I'm excited that you're excited, and I'll be rooting for you. I think we saw a real change of anglers come across the stage at Norman. Blaine, I know you weren't there. I know you were out ripping fish yourself, but man, we had some young guns show up, and I think the tides are changing. We're going to see a whole new batch of angler. You know, Chris Goodwin has dominated for 4 years straight. He's not going to be around this year. I got word that a couple other top anglers that are usually at the top of the standings are not fishing the season this year for numerous reasons, family stuff, health stuff, travel stuff. So I think the door's wide open for somebody like you, Bennett, to step in, go home with some hardware, and make a few bucks this year. You know, our top angler last year made almost $15,000. So I think and we'll have more to pay out this year, hopefully, than we did last year, obviously. So I think it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to shaking your hand on Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for being here, man. We'll let you get to your homework. I don't miss those days at all. And we'll talk soon.
All right.
Later, buddy. Well, somebody commented happy belated birthday. So I'm not sure when his birthday was. Whoever Facebook user is that has questions about the West and the South, throw them in here. We'll get them. I will.
There's a place for it.
Yeah, we can sit. You know, Blaine got in and he was like, "What's the agenda?" And I said, "We're never going to have an agenda. We're just going to roll." So this is not going to be your formal podcast. We're going to get on here. We're going to introduce people. We're going to give people their shine, and then we're going to answer questions. So if you got a question, throw it in here. Somebody's talking about your hair. They didn't see your post like a month ago that you got a haircut.
I know, dude. Yeah, I sheared myself.
That was part of the contract. You had to get a haircut.
It was. Yeah, I had to wear a sweatshirt and get a haircut.
You need the bright pink one.
No.
Everything you ordered was gray.
Exactly, man. It's got to be neutral. That's the way it is. It's got to match everything.
You got to try to balance me out. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited that you're gonna step up and judge a Western event this weekend. I appreciate it. I really didn't have any plans to do anything other than 2 Hobie events this year. And I looked at the schedule and I was like, man, I'm co-hosting 3 of them. I said, and Blaine's judging all those anyway. I was like, maybe I'll just go fish.
Yeah, man, just jump in it. I don't see why not. I mean, get your hat in the ring. Make sure nobody thinks that you lost your touch.
Oh, they might think I lost my touch. I'll be coming in blind to all of them. You know, I'll just be showing up and I'll just put a bait in the water. If I catch 5,
sometimes that's the best way.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I've never fished Greenwood. Murray and I were on weird terms. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Santi,
I've lived here my whole life. Murray and I live on weird terms.
Yeah, Murray's weird, man. I'll go 20s in practice and show up, and there's not a fish in the whole creek.
Dude, one of my friends had 25 in the CBC last Saturday, 15 in the BFL. Oh, wait, sorry. 2 Saturdays ago in CBC, 25, 15 in the BFL. And it's like, 7 days.
It's weird, man. So, like I told Zach, and for those of you who are watching, the handful of us that are here, Zach is the director. Zach couldn't be here tonight. He's got a newborn at home, so he is taking care of his family. But Brent stepped in, and Brent is his Coco. So Brent and I really have never really spoken too much, but Brent agreed to come on and talk about the series. So they're trying to do big things. They jumped in alongside of us so we could try to feed them some anglers this year. And, you know, they're excited to try to grow and give guys a shot. And I'm excited to give you all a shot as well. Well, I'm not sure if he mentioned it. We were going through some service issues. We are going to be giving 3 South Carolina seats away in the Southern Division. So our top 3 anglers in the Southern Division are going to qualify for the state championship through Queen City on top of what they're going to be doing. So I'm sorry we had some service issues while he was chit-chatting with us, but somebody's got the P127 out of the corner. I don't know who it is, but hopefully they can read the other rules better than the Facebook permissions. Let me get on my phone and see who that is. Blaine Upton, can I get you to swing by my house and pick up some baits for Bass Nation? He's not going to make it up. Are you near Allen?
Yeah, I'm like 20. My work's like 15 minutes from Allen. I can make that happen.
Okay, well, there you go. You got any baits for Queen City or what? Alan.
Queen City baits, man.
That's Barry with the 127. So Barry's showing up. Barry's got a pedal. He's not gonna like
Oh
it.
yeah, I saw he bought a P127. Man, he's been ready to get into this since we brought it up. So I'm pumped to see how he fares. Big name.
So we I think we're sitting at 17 right now. When I spoke with Big Adventures earlier in the year, I let them know. I was like, look, I don't really know what the West is going to pull. And then when we made the average anglers per division, I used 30. You know, I think 30 is a fair number. But
right.
Personally, I'd love to 50 shuttered. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I have no idea what to expect. People asking me how many are coming. I have no idea. But I know that first place going home with $1,000. And that's about all I can guarantee at this point. So, all right. So Alan's got some A squared very soon. And Charles is coming, and he's fishing blind, just like I am.
Charles Lathan, man, he lives right by that. He posted a video on that lake the other day. He said, but I'm not fishing.
Yeah. He's got pets. He goes out there and talks to them.
Exactly.
Charles, we're going to have to bring you on here at some point and chit-chat a little bit.
No doubt.
Alan, if you have stuff and you're ready to give it, you can give it to Blaine. That's fine. So I've not ordered food yet, but I'm hoping I can get
He said, shh.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping this guy, whoever this was, would ask some questions. Let me see if I can scroll up here.
I'd say if you have any South questions or any questions divisional, you feel free to message me or Vinny. Me, mainly, for the divisional stuff. Keep Vinny's messenger from exploding.
Never.
But, no, it's not going to stop nothing.
So I slept late today because I'm sick, obviously, and I woke up to like 27 text/messages.
Always wonderful.
Yeah. Lots of people hate Keowee in February. Well, we'll see. You know, we'll see.
Warmest water in the upstate you're going to find.
That's it. I hear there's some warm water floating in that lake right now. So we'll see. But, guys, if you are watching, South Cove is off the ramp list. So please make sure you check the list of ramps and lakes. You don't want Blaine calling you at 7:30 in the morning after you check in and DQing you. So there is a large boat tournament going out of South Cove. So the lake will be crowded. It will be foggy on the lake because of the warm water and cold air. So be careful. Have your lights on. If you're running a motor, you got to have your red and greens on. Motor can't be in my tournament. That's got to be for the BASS side if you're running a motor. I will be out there fishing the BASS side, not the Queen City side. You will see me with a motor. Don't freak out. I'm not fishing against you all in Queen City. Alan's still talking about Monticello now. They need more ramps. Can't go there.
Man, I know it's 2 ramps, but dude, that lake is just the same. I mean, it just power plant lake, stays warm. There's smallmouth in that lake.
Hey, I'm going to put this up here. Charles says, ride the banks around Warpath. The fog will be too thick to just go across.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, we're going to have a lot of guys who I think have never seen this body of water. But, you know, if you're sitting here and you're looking at how are you going to qualify for this TOC that we're projecting to be about a $15,000 purse, the West might be the easiest way in. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy because you're still going to deal with guys who are
Jeremy Heath.
Jeremy Heath is a Western angler. You know, Mike Hicks, Western angler.
Dude,
so
Mike,
they're going to be smaller events, which in a perfect world would make it easier, but we'll see. So I don't know. We'll see who's going to come out this weekend and snatch up 300 points, but it's going to be entertaining. So, and Blaine, we were chit-chatting. You don't think you'll make the weigh-in, right?
I don't know. Yeah, probably not, man. I've got some stuff going on Saturday, and, you know, between judging and, you know, being a parent of 2 small children.
Yeah.
It gets hectic to travel sometimes, but you know what? I've set aside the Saturdays for the South stuff. I'm definitely going to be at those, and I'm going to make a lot of the Mecca ones this year too. So should be there in abundance.
So I'm going to have to get Mary to set up the event room then and figure out how I'm getting back to the venue. What are you laughing about?
My wife is crawling behind me on the floor to stay out of the shot.
Well, tell her to get in the shot. It can't be worse than having you in the shot.
He said you can get in the shot. It can't be worse than having me in the shot.
We're a family-run business. You are more than welcome to be in the shot. Ezzy would have popped in already if she wasn't passed out on the couch downstairs.
Yeah.
I got the venue locked up for Murray. I didn't even tell you because it just happened the other day.
Wonderful. Where is it?
I'm pulling it up right now. I knew you were going to ask me. Hang on.
I'm going to ask you, yeah.
I don't know the area well enough. The Environmental Center at Saluda Shoals.
Okay, that's a good area. See, that's right by the dam. I mean, so basically if you go up the river on Murray, you're gonna have a long drive, but those main lake guys will be able to pop right over.
Yeah, we got the auditorium, so we got stadium seating and a stage. So we'll have all 3 banners up. I think it'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun.
That place is really nice. So yeah, I'll be busy. Yeah.
Setting it all up.
For sure.
What it's like to be the commish.
I'm very excited, man. Very excited.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll get out of here. We stayed under that half hour goal tonight. Appreciate you coming and just hanging out. I'm glad we got to talk to Bennett and Brent and we got to meet Mrs. Charlotte Waters. I'm sorry. But if anybody needs anything going into this event, you can hit me up until about Friday night. And then Friday night, this guy's going to take over. So hit up Blaine Upton on Facebook, and he will help you with anything you need. The ramp list is posted. The rules are always posted. Registration is open up on Tourney X. $65. I will say this. It's slightly different than the main series. Big Bass is optional for this series. It's the first year. Things could change moving forward, but for now, Big Bass is $5 for the South and the West. Small Bass, $5 for the South and the West. And the Elite Side Pot is still an option. Excuse me. I don't think anyone has signed up for the Elite Pot right now, which is $75 for this event. So hopefully we get at least 2 guys signed up for that so we can give somebody a sweet plaque that was made by Tim Fitz. For this season.
Man, for sure. Yeah, just that extra money, man, gives you a big shot. So
paid what did it pay? Almost $700 last month at Norman, or last event at Norman. Dude, these 2 events a month is crazy, but
yeah, it gets wild, man. But I'm excited for the craziness. We're gonna get it done.
Cool. Well, thanks for being here, and we'll see you Saturday.
See you, bud.
Later. Good night, everybody.